popularizing science literature through graphic novels, infographics, fact sheets, and more. In today's rapidly changing world, science and technology are transforming economies across the globe. Discoveries and innovations greatly change our food production, finding cure for diseases, energy control, transportation, and many other services in our daily lives. In the Philippines, the extent of its research and development is moderate compared to other ASEAN countries. The country is strongly pursuing R&D in the fields of medicine and agriculture. Universities and research institutes are taking the lead role in scientific research and development. The country's Department of Science and Technology sets the key direction on policies, programs, and collaboration in promoting science and technology services for citizens and industries. In its unique environment, the Philippine R&D is focused on addressing social challenges such as poverty reduction and responses to natural disasters. For the Philippines, having an excellent R&D means saving more lives and achieving better quality of life. With more than 100 million Filipinos, the country has a massive potential to activate every citizen with scientific knowledge for national development. Because when people know more about science, they can be more productive and more capable of exploring different opportunities to improve their lives. Scientists are extremely talented in research methods, problem solving, and linking with other scientists. However, scientific results from important researches often fail in reaching the general public. And this is the gap. In communicating scientific results, scientists often use highly technical terms which are intimidating and difficult to understand for people outside the scientific field. The language of science must be translated to reach the greater number of people to maximize the scientific benefits. With that in mind, popularizing science literature is a crucial task in any scientific work. So how can we bring science closer to people? We have to dig deeper to understand this gap. We will go further by understanding the fundamental elements of science communication, the message, and the audience. First, let's look at the levels of scientific literature. From the source of scientific knowledge, there are 3 levels of scientific literature. From the core of scientific discoveries, we have the highly technical and very specific level of scientific literature. These comprise the original scientific reports, and they belong to scientists, researchers, and other members of the scientific community. Then, from a slightly bigger environment, we have the semi-technical literature. This is the applied scientific literature. This is for engineers, technicians, and other linkers and end users. They are easier to read. In a greater environment of scientific discoveries, we have the popular science literature. This is an interpretation of science intended for a general audience. It's a form of science communication for everybody, published in layman's language. Beyond the message, we must also look at the different audiences of scientific communication. Target audience is further classified as lay audience, operator, technician, managers, and experts. Lay audience are the end users who may have common knowledge for general application of science innovations. Operators are those who are skilled to use a device or a process. Technicians have some theoretical knowledge how the device works, but not necessarily the design of the entire system. Managers and executives are those people who make business, economics, administrative, and political activities for the operations of experts and technicians. The experts. They are the people who know the theory and the product inside out. However, they are typically faced by the challenge of communicating their know-how to technicians and managers regarding their product or output. Dr. Velasco emphasized that scientific information must also be communicated beyond those with technical expertise. which is why semi-technical and popular science literature were created to help more people understand science and eventually put it into proper usage. And now we can explore the materials that would bring the development message of science and technology closer to the people. Poster or paper presentation. A poster or paper presentation contains the summary of research results complemented by visually appealing elements, photographs, maps, graphs, or charts. Woosley explained that the presentation should be brief, organized, simple, and has a central point. Poster and paper presentations are produced for colleagues who follow the author's work or for other professionals who work in the same area. In an article from the North Arizona University, a poster must contain a title, research question, materials, approach or process, results, acknowledgements, and contact information. Manuals. Manuals are printed materials that provide mechanics, procedures, and details pertinent to the operation of a system. The content of this scientific and technical material will depend on which type of audience it is for, so it can be produced for scientists, operators, technicians, or laymen. Newsletters. A newsletter is a publication released regularly for a group of people engaged in a similar work. It is focused on its members, customers, employees, or affiliates. It is regularly sent to a group of people who are interested in the same work. Today, newsletters are also sent through emails. Photonovels or comics. These are popular media that often try to communicate a message using visual components. Stories are told using photographs or colored drawings. This type of material is used to immediately catch someone's attention using drawings and short words. This could be an excellent tool in communicating science content, especially to lay people. Leaflet. This printed sheet of paper is a versatile material containing concise information on science and technology. It usually contains 60 to 70% visuals to convey and popularize information to a wide range of audience. It can be used to feature scientific information for experts, semi-technical people, and even to lay audience. Fact sheet. A fact sheet is a single sheet of paper listing important facts about an issue. It is easy and relatively quick to produce, comprehensible, and cheap. A single page can contain significant and concisely packaged information or a series of progressive topics of an issue. These versatile materials are very accessible to general public and available at local events or public meetings. Today, electronic materials are complementing print media in faster diffusion of scientific information. Communication technology gives rise to digital media as more efficient and interactive go-to platform in exchanging technical and popular scientific information. Presentation programs. Microsoft PowerPoint, Prezi, Flash, and other multimedia platforms enable users, including the scientific community, create a more dynamic and more engaging slide presentations. As an electronic material, users may add audio, video, images, graphs, and texts. Infographics. Short for information and graphics, these electronic communication materials are highly visual and straightforward. In communicating science and technology, infographics can help easily disseminate information on a specific campaign. Social media. In the turn of the century, there are more than 2 billion active users across the globe are now connected and different social media platforms. And there are millions of social media users who follow science-related pages on Facebook. And based on reports, the National Geographic Channel has the biggest share of followers among popular science-related pages in Facebook. From a closer look at the print and electronic materials that we can use, here are the Philippine initiatives in popularizing science literature. Its Department of Science and Technology holds an annual National Science and Technology Week in different regions of the country to strengthen the link of science and innovations with small and medium industries in local communities. Its DOST Science and Technology Information Institute holds the annual recognition of top media practitioners and science journalists who are instrumental in promoting and popularizing science and technology in the country. But beyond recognition, the Science for the People Media Awards aims to strengthen the collaboration between the government and the media in promoting science and technology. The DOST Philippine Council for Agriculture, Aquatic and Natural Resources Research also organizes annual awards for both print and broadcast media to popularize science and technology. They recognize professional media practitioners whose articles on agriculture, aquatic and natural resources sectors are published in national, regional, and local dailies, magazines, and professional newsletters. Another recognition efforts of the DOST is through its National Academy of Science and Technology. They acknowledge notable scientists and academicians who participated in popularizing science and technology through different media. As we understand the levels of scientific information, classification of audiences, the variety of print and electronic materials, and the key approaches of government in making science popular, we will go deeper in combining the materials with approaches as done in specific science and innovation programs. Scaling up e-health innovations by DOST and DOH. In the rollout of the medical device which reduces the overall cost of health diagnosis, especially in rural health units, the Department of Science and Technology and the Department of Health conducted forums and demonstrations on using the medical device. They also provided manuals to medical personnel as the operators and technicians of this science innovation. Promoting DOST-developed technologies. The DOST featured many technologies designed for socio-economic and environmental gains. In marketing these technologies, the DOST Industry Technology Development Institute held forum demonstrations with video presentations. They targeted to get the support from industries and institutions in food and health technologies who served as operators, technicians, and managers of this science innovation. Advocating practical ways to save water in controlled irrigation. The PhilRise targets Farmers and Irrigation Association to adopt practical water-saving techniques in controlled irrigation. Through their website, pinoyrise.com, PhilRise were able to provide handouts, learning modules, audio clips, and video resources to their farmers and irrigation associations. Shields for babies, mosquito-repellent clothes. The DOST Philippine Textile Research Institute showcased their innovative technology of mosquito-repellent baby clothes. Through an exhibit, the PTRI prepared articles, leaflets, and actual products for parents, especially mothers, who are the main audience of this innovation. With a variety of materials and approaches to popularize science literature, we can be more effective if we carefully plan and strategize. Properly segment your audience. This will help you carefully craft your message, materials, and approach for your main audience. Engage your audience through the smart use of visual elements. Empathize with your audience. Empathizing will help us understand their values, their experiences, and their culture. Those are valuable information that can help us improve our message and approach. Conduct an environmental scanning. This will help you determine the media availability and accessibility of your audience. By getting information about their environment, we can better understand the needs and requirements of our audience. As development communicators, our task is to effectively use science communication so we can enable the scientists and different audiences find value in the science innovations so we can all embrace our shared future.